definitely more than $1 million a month. He's talking about Iman Ghazi, who is another big online business owner. And Iman kind of started in like a specific space. I don't remember. It was like drop shipping or whatever, personal brands. I don't remember. Then he moved to business. So he moved out of his niche. He moved into business. Then he kind of moved into like more lifestyle, where he was like, hanging out with his assistant. His assistant's like this attractive woman, and it's kind of like a little bit more like lifestyle, funny kind of vlog stuff. And then he's now transcending again just to kind of like general success, like just who is success. And he's done this through volume, but also maxing out each level and then continuing to go up. He didn't just immediately start going to success whenever he was way down here. Okay, so that's a very roundabout way to talk about how often you should post, and I hope this was valuable. Let me know if you have any questions.
If you want to be a great creator, for the love of God, you have to understand what is happening on this table. It is the 2018 water bottle industry. Okay, here's the landscape. Liquid Death has just been founded. Aquafina has 13% market share. Evian has 2%. Smartwater, or Fiji has 2%. Smartwater has 7%. And then Dasani has 9%, but couldn't find Dasani today, so whatever. What happened? Liquid Death was founded, and they knew they had to counter position to break into the market. Okay, but counter positioning has an underlying skill, which I'm going to get to, but we have to take a note out of their book. Fast forward 7 years, this year, 2025, and this is their new market share. That went down one. That went down one. Fiji went down one. Smartwater went down one. Liquid Death went up 3%. And I know 3% like might not feel like that crazy. 3% put them ranked number 4th in the water bottle industry. And if you would like to do some math and equate their dollars to views, this would give you about 1 billion views a year. And Liquid Death gave you the blueprint to succeed on content. And it is not copying people, okay? Copying people is no longer working because market cycles in content are moving so fast, people are getting burnt out. Instead, you need to understand that the number one skill, not just in content, but in marketing in general, is pattern interruption. How do you become the Liquid Death of your niche in content? Number one, you can pattern interrupt by changing your format. What is a format? A format is basically like the visual that people are seeing. Right now, you're seeing an object lesson. That is the format of this video. So if you have a bunch of people yapping in the car, you should go do a green screen. If your niche is full of green screen, you should go do a vlog. A great example of this is the fitness niche. Everyone does like weird shit in the gym where they like lift and look all hot in the mirror. And Jeff Magnuson is doing object lessons just like this. He is effectively pattern interrupting and counter positioning the fitness niche. Okay, second way you can pattern interrupt is by finding a better niche pocket. So what is a niche pocket? It's either you go up into more of a higher tier, so like a more luxury pocket of your niche. You go down and you talk to beginners or entry-level people, or you go cross by adding a flavor to your niche. Let's talk about that one real quick. Andrew Huberman, self-improvement niche. He added science to self-improvement. Shelby Sapp, sales niche, but she is a badass girl. Okay, that is a counter position going cross niche. Third way you can pattern interrupt is through your branding and messaging. This is what Liquid Death did. If you can see, it looks way different. Couple examples of this. My niche, kind of like the personal brand niche, is filled with Miami gurus and like sick ass cars and all these things. I have a poor ceiling and I live in Omaha, Nebraska. I am counter positioning, and what that tells people is that I am more trustworthy, whether that's true or not. It is true. Let me know if I'm gonna get possessed by a demon in the comments. Oh, it's spicy.
Quick tips in content are usually some of the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. It's like, post at this time of the day, click this setting, hashtags. None of that matters. I'm being 100% honest with you. That might get you like 5 extra views. But there are tactics that are rooted in psychology, because that's all content is. Content is just mass psychology. There are tactics that are rooted in psychology that you can literally do right after this video and probably get a 2 to 3 times improvement on your views like immediately. Let me break them down and I'm going to tell you why. The important part of this is not the tactics, it is the reasoning. Because if you can start seeing content through a psychological framework, like you're speaking to a large arena, then you're going to start reframing your mind. You're going to be a better content creator. Number one, you need to have captions on your videos. This video will not have it because it's 10 minutes long and it's like too hard for me to get captions on it and I don't really want to think about it too much. and I don't really care about views a ton. So I'm like a bad example. But 30% of people watch and scroll social media without captions. Okay, I think this was a Metricool statistic that came out like a year ago. Think about it like you're on a Zoom call, you're hanging out with your family, someone's watching a TV show, you have the volume off and you're scrolling 30% of the time. So if you have captions on, you're automatically going to get, what even is that, a 1/3 boost, I think, mathematically, almost, basically, in views. Okay, so there's our first 30% of views. Advice number 2 is on-screen text. This right here is massive. It is massive. If you do not have on-screen text, you need it. You need it. The human mind reads so fast. And so having this at the beginning of your video is way more crucial than what you say. For most people, for 99% of creators. Some of you are just on a different level. The third is you need to move your content to 1.1 speed. You cannot do it in the TikTok app. Do not do it in the TikTok editor because it distorts your voice really bad. Instead, you want to move it over to CapCut, turn it up to 1.1, export it, and then post it into TikTok. Why does this matter? Because attention spans are obviously very short, and the average human speaking is not a good enough storyteller to keep people interested over a long period of time. They don't know how to communicate well enough. They don't know how to throw in examples. They don't know how to speak naturally. They can get very monotonous. Sometimes they speak slow. So moving it up to just 1.1 is enough to get people through the lulls in the content. And if this improves your retention rate by just 10 or 20%, okay, boom, there we go. We combined the 3 things so far and we've probably already doubled our views. Okay, the 4th thing, if you are not replying to comments, you are theoretically getting half as many views as you can, and I'm going to explain how you're probably getting a third of as many views as you can. Let's say I get 10 comments on this video. If I just reply to all of them, I now have 20 comments on this video, and that tells the algorithm this video has 20 comments instead of 10, and it's going to send it out equivalent to 20 comments instead of 10 comments. Based off of my research and data, the algorithm doesn't determine if you are the one commenting or someone else is commenting on it. Now here's the pro tip. Okay, 10 comments, you reply to all 10 of them, that is 20. Now if you reply with a genuine, honest question, okay, you can then get a 3rd comment. So you just took 1 comment and got 3 comments.